Is that not how it goes?
No.
You guys are gonna get canceled real fast. Do not say that.
Speaking of doing straight well, Andy, today I was scrolling through Facebook and there came across this reel for a small coffee shop in Bixby. And I'm like, I recognize that truck, first of all. And then I recognized the real ferry walk and dance into this coffee shop. And it said, join me as Andy stops for his midday coffee and lunch.
Coffee, and I think it said like emotional support and coffee or something like that.
Emotional support,
Dude,
coffee, and lunch.
That's my coffee shop. That's Roast House in Glenpool. Oh, man. I should have had that more close together. Roast House in Glenpool. They're the nicest people. They asked me if I wanted to do a video for them, and then they showed me a TikTok and said, can you walk like this? And without getting me in trouble, like the walk was that of a very flamboyant man. And I was worried because I was like, I think I can try, but this is either going to be horribly embarrassing or maybe I can pull it off. And I think I kind of pulled off a flamboyant walk.
I'm fairly certain gay people would say that's super gay.
Oh, yeah, I nailed it. So, yeah, they posted that today, and I was going to send it to everybody I knew, and then I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to show that to anybody. But dude, Roast House is the coffee shop where I won I won their, like, grand opening prize. Won an iPad. Good coffee. They do infrared coffee roasting, which I don't know what that means, but it tastes good. And they have the cutest barista. Like, day one, I went in there, and I realized I have a crush, and I'm going to come back here every day.
So it's a girl.
No.
Because you said barista.
Is there a male way to say barista?
Is there a male way to say
Nope, it's barista.
Barista.
Sure it's not baristo.
Dude, everybody in there is awesome. They got a guy in there that looks like a young Henry Cavill. Are you familiar?
That is my male crush.
Dude, my wife immediately, like the first time I went in there, we left, and she was like, you have a crush on that guy, don't you? Like a guy crush. And I was like, no. And then it was like, yeah, I mean, I think me and him would have fun together. It's very much like, have y'all ever gotten a guy crush on a celebrity? Like Chris Pratt, but not Chris Pratt of today. Chris Pratt of Parks and Rec Chris Pratt.
Parks and Rec Chris Pratt.
So
Okay.
a little chubby.
Yeah.
I remember firmly thinking, I was like, man, if I could hang out with that guy, we would get along great.
Yeah, you got a lot of wrist action up high.
Oh, you were watching the video?
I did. I decided. I even gave the cameras a warning that I was going to log out for a second there. And I was expecting more wings. I don't know, angels in the outfield like type.
I went
like,
high wrist.
You were up here.
They showed me the video and I watched it twice, and then I did that on one take. Like I did it, and I thought they'd tell me to do it again. And then they were like, no, moving to step
notes.
two. Yeah.
Perfection.
Where then that made me worried. Like had they told me I screwed it up and I could have tried it a few times, that would have been. But yeah, so if you want to see that, look for Roast House in Glenpool on Instagram, and I think it's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it through Facebook as well.
Yeah, Facebook probably too. But yeah, so I'm glad you saw that. I don't know how that came up in your feed. But I was going to find it and send it to everybody, like, and be like, look, I'm on somebody's. And then I saw it, and I was like, no, it's probably cool if nobody ever sees that.
Sharing that to all of my friends.
We should put that on our Facebook
fantasy
page.
chat coming.
Yes,
Yeah.
gay Andy.
It was, yeah.
Fantasy chat incoming.
I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality to where I didn't have an issue with that. But, also to say that I think Marty's a cool dude.
Did you?
Marty.
Yeah.
Marty's the barista who looks like Henry Cavill.
You ever see the new Superman movie, the one with Kevin Costner and Henry Cavill?
Nope.
Okay, at the beginning of that, it's a young Henry Cavill with like a beard, spitting image.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So if you put on like a flannel, he'd be a
Dude,
stud muffin.
I think he looks like the
lumberjack?
kind of guy that would wear a flannel. Like that seems flannel and jeans kind of guy.
Okay.
So
That also
but
fits with the barista.
for what I was saying about Chris Pratt, have you guys ever had like a celebrity guy crush where it's just like, man, I'll bet me and him would get along. Like we'd be buddies if we met.
Henry Cavill.
Okay.
Because he's a super nerd. Like, dude loves Warhammer 40K. He was all about The Witcher.
Now that I think about it, you've talked about Henry Cavill
Yes,
before.
I-
This is all coming back to me. Okay.
No, I have a huge man crush on Henry Cavill because dude's nerdy. And then there's Joe, I forgot his last name. He is also kind of a beefcake, but he plays Magic the Gathering like I do. So I feel like if I hung out with Henry, I could get him to explain to me this Warhammer 40K, and then maybe we could, make babies or something. But
I'm not going that far with my guy crushes. I just want to hang out.
yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Hold on, Joe. What's Joe in so we can
Stops
figure out
at
who this
hand
is?
jobs.
I only know him from How I Met Your Mother. He was one of
You have a crush on Neil Patrick Harris? Is that who we're talking about?
This could work.
That guy's name
I
is
think
Neil.
he'd be down.
This could
He
work.
would be.
Yeah.
And, you know,
How do you know he'd find you attractive?
I don't think he would.
Well, you said he'd be down.
Well, he's gay.
Understood. But I feel like you were being very presumptuous about his attraction
Just
to you.
assume that Neil Patrick would be into you.
Is it
You know,
because
he's
you
got like
straightened
top
your
level.
beard?
Yeah, he's got top level options.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Kyle, you tell us who your man crush
Yeah.
is.
Are you guys familiar with Welcome to Wrexham at all?
So is it Rob McElhenney?
And Ryan Reynolds?
Both of them at the same time?
It's just beefcake on beefcake.
Yeah, I can see that.
I get it. In fact, there's something about the entire cast of It's Always Sunny. Like, I want to hang out with those dudes.
Joe Manganiello.
I know that dude. Yeah, I know that
Joe
guy's name.
Manganiello.
Okay. Yeah. Not
he's striking.
super familiar.
Yeah. Dude, I'd say back up Ryan Reynolds. I feel like
Yeah.
every guy would
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
It's-
like Brad Pitt's the other one. Like Ryan Reynolds and Brad Pitt. I think every guy would. I'd hang out with him.
I wouldn't know Brad Pitt if he walked by right now.
Really?
Really.
I
Okay.
don't know what Brad Pitt looks like.
I don't think I've seen him in a decade at least.
In
Did you see
movies?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No.
Are you a Tarantino fan at all?
Yeah.
He was in the train movie with assassins too.
Oh, Bullet Train
Bullet
on
Train.
that's a Netflix movie. That was actually it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Like it was
I like
good
fun
for
movies.
one time through.
But I haven't seen Brad Pitt. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what he looks like right this second.
Probably like Brad Pitt.
So basically, you want to go out on the town in Wrexham with Rob from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Dude, are you kidding me? That would be the most fun thing ever.
That would.
That
Okay, that's
be
a good one. Yeah.
Legendary status in a small town. Just, those guys have fun. And
It's interesting. Yours is you would want to go out and party in England with those two.
Yeah.
You want to sit at home on the couch and play The Witcher with Henry
Sit at a
Cavill.
table and play cards or
Okay,
figurines.
gotcha. Figurines. That's so mainly.
That's
Yeah.
what Warhammer 40K
Okay.
is. Like,
Yeah.
they're figurines of like dwarves and elves with giant axes and like robots and mechs and all that kind of stuff. Like there's all kinds of things.
I got that. Well,
which situation is most likely to end in a hand job, though?
yes. Again, I'm not going there, but you guys have fun with that.
He was making babies. I calmed it down.
That you were going there, but based on your walk, you've been there.
What's sad is how good I did that walk.
That's
Yeah.
the roast house. He is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad you saw that, and
Yeah.
I'm just now realizing that almost 25 people might see this and then also find that video.
At least 10 more people will see it tomorrow.
Oh, joy. Okay. Yeah, send that around at the office for me.
No, it's going to be in the fantasy chat by the time I.
Oh, joy. I didn't even think about that. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Brilliant.
Yeah,
how can I get that taken off of Instagram? I'll have to contact
can't.
the. Yeah. So,
it's not you. You don't own rights to it anymore. You agreed to it.
What was
Yeah.
the kickback for that? You're just like, okay,
I got a free cup of coffee.
That's it.
Yeah. So,
You're looking down on our
Dude.
hand jobs,
dude.
You did that for a free cup of coffee.
You did that for a free cup of coffee.
So what's funny is like a week ago they asked me, they were like, "Hey, would you ever want to do a video with us?" And I was like, "Yes." Like secretly, I've been waiting for you to ask me this. Like this is my moment. And then I got there yesterday, and they were like, "Hey, can you walk like this?" And they showed me, and I was like, "Shit, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do it anymore." And then apparently I nailed it. So
Did you have weird looks from the customers that were in there?
yeah, people in the parking lot were watching me walk like that, and yeah. And what's sad is I opened the door in like the most flamboyant way possible, and they cut that out. I think because they were trying to protect me. They were like, that was too good.
That was too gay.
Yeah.
Did you like throw your head back? And
I head and hand. I did like a full kickback. Yeah. It
Oh, was there a ding at the door at the same time? Because I can just imagine it now. The
yeah.
ding,
There were
and
customers
it opens.
inside. Yeah.
that would be a perfect timing
Yeah.
with the hand up.
I'll say that's a bummer when a new company starts, and at first nobody knows about them. So like you can walk right in and get up to the counter. They're not doing good financially because they don't have customers. But then as they start doing good, like you want to be happy for them, but also it's like,
Well, have you seen the barista?
yeah,
Are you talking about them? They're not doing financially.
no,
good?
they're doing good.
Well, when they
Yeah.
started, like
That's
when
the
they
thing.
started,
They're
no one-
doing so well that they're crowded all the time. And I used to be able to walk right up and get a cup of coffee, and now there's like two people ahead of me. It's still fast, but part of me wishes nobody knew about him yet. So, but Marty brings the ladies in. I'm telling you.
I feel like everyone looked at you weird after you kept doing the walk when they quit recording you.
Yeah,
You were just, like,
Then
walking-
we went to the counter and filmed the little scene where I took the coffee.
You were
So,
walking
yeah.
back to your car and still doing it, and they're like, "Okay."
I walked
well,
around my house the rest of the day like that.
Essentially, what they did was like, oh, that dude's doing the TikTok walk. We should just record.
Can we
him.
clip
Yeah.
it and just put that in the corner? Do we? Can we? Is that something legally we can do?
Probably.
Make people go find it on their own.
No, I don't think we need to. They're here. They're right here, right now.
It's going to be
right here. Yeah, just loop the walk.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be impressed at my.
I'm gonna force him to put it somewhere that I'm not pointing,
Yes.
and he's still gonna figure it out.
I'll just cut everywhere else you're pointing.
She knows how I can turn on flamboyancy like really quick. Like, so yeah, I have a knack for it, you would say.
Can you turn it off?
No, once I start, like if I start down that road, I'm going to be sitting in your lap by the end of the night.